Oh, what am I doing? I'm practicing some wacky shit lately. First things first, purple shirt. Fat face, purple shirt, grimace, patterns. It's the drugs. Too many drugs. I'm getting so lazy I didn't even want to brush my teeth after I ate on chewing gum. Disgusting. Patterns, baby. Gonna do some numerical and intervallic patterns. Maybe just numerical today. Let's take the key of F. Patterns, very simple. Numerical patterns, you take a number, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I like to keep it small, 3 or 4, then you can, even 2, then you can combine smaller numbers to get bigger numbers. And work on your math skills. It's very difficult. If you want a 9, oh my god. 3, you can do 3 and my god, 3, 2. Oh, don't ask me to do math, it's too early. Key of F. We're going to do a 4 pattern. Okay, so take an F scale anywhere on the guitar. Let's start on C. Just do groups of 4. That was descending, then we'll do ascending. Alright. You can do 3s. And then ascending. Now, if you ever have, well, actually it's not just if you can't, if you ever have trouble with a pattern or you're just not hearing it, you can do this following exercise, and it's a great exercise anyway, even if you do know the patterns, and that is to take it on one string. Now remember guys, I'm tuned in 4th, so my open first string is F. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll take, let's say, that 3 pattern, and I'll play it all on one string. And you do that on all the strings. Play the key of C on the first one? I don't remember, maybe I messed up. I'm trying to do the key of F. And so on and so forth. Then you can do 4s. 4s you could do like this, or you could slide. And then on the way down, you'd slide down. Or use 4 fingers. That might get tricky down here. Alright, so those are your 3 and 4 patterns. And now, one way to manipulate those and get a little more mileage out of them, and you can do this with any pattern, and that's, we just did ascending and descending. Let's take groups of 3, let's go back to groups of 3. What you can also do is reverse each group of 3. So even though you're doing a descending 3 pattern, each group of 3 is actually ascending. So that would sound like this. ascending with the reverse 3 pattern. And of course you do that on 1 string as well. And go to the other strings. And you want to do that down all 6 strings as well. And real quick on my solo, intervallic patterns would be like thirds or fourths or fifths or whatever. And again, I don't get like, I'm into a sixth interval. I don't really get past that really. You could probably do some really sick stuff with that. I guess I'm just lazy. But that would sound like this. If I do thirds, it's a 2-note pattern. You're just skipping a note in between. Same thing, you do that on 1 string. That's pretty hard. You know, it's kind of, you really got to know your scales and have your fingers in check to do that, and I don't. That's why I just screwed it up. And of course you can do the inverse of that. You could do a reverse thirds. So, and of course you can combine that. You can do a third, like a 3 pattern, and then a third. Now it will look something like this. So it'll sound like, you know. So once you start getting into patterns and numbers, I mean, it kind of starts snowballing. So you got to be careful. You don't want to spend too much time on it, but also you want to play around with it and get some things that you actually like the sound of. Some patterns you like. I love triads. I love this. You know, I'll throw that in a lot in jazz lines. And the last thing I really want to say is that you don't want to beat a dead horse with a pattern. You know, it's one thing to practice that so you don't miss any spots. You know, you want to be thorough, but you don't want to. In music, you don't. Well, you can do whatever you want, but usually it's not a good idea to like really go crazy. The thing with the patterns is you don't want to make it sound too much like a pattern. You know what I mean? Especially if you're not altering it rhythmically. If you want to like change the rhythms. Yeah, you know, you could probably do it a little more and it won't be so rigid. But if you're playing a solo, you know. Lame sounding. So screw around with that, and next time I think I'm going to do some triad pairs. Oh!